This is Orange Football Special.
Hello, Kusha, and welcome to Orange Football Special, a program where they discuss, dissect, and digest what things I know they talk about when it comes to everything football. And members in Orange Sierra Leone, the lead telecom service provider in the country, and of course, the company will care about what matters to you with the widest coverage. They support this program and for reach you through the channel Radio VM. As the council is on a live, on the channel Radio VM this particular Monday, and repeat broadcast they come to you 4 p.m. exactly on Wednesday where they come, and every other Wednesday. Orange being the company we care about, it matters to you. Now, they don't give the opportunity for use what you call Sunday Cola on star 400 hash. Should they give the opportunity, for talk unlimitedly, because communicate with loved ones, it's endless. And of course, given that opportunity, you go able to talk to your loved ones, no matter outside in day, including, the latest community who don't join the network, we're not tune all the way in a Banff, the homeland of the current president of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Brigadier retired JUS Maada Bio. Also, they're part of the network now. So much so that if you get the opportunity for go home, you go for sure remain connected to the entire Sierra Leone and of course the world as a whole. Orange, now no more to do this for you. We promise and we deliver. We are the best network in the country, and of course with the widest coverage, we give you a lot of opportunities for ensure that you continue to enjoy the goodies as long as you stay on this particular network.
Today waka just begin for me to better tomorrow. For as long as we dey keep for work on we self, we go most bring out we best. We own best in how we can come near the people and things them we matter to we. We dey look for experience where they connect we any side and they give we sense altered.
Orange, the most reliable network in Salon today. Don't put plenty money per network coverage, data service, and plenty other thing there. We don't come near you now. So you and you family them go enjoy the best telecom service at the highest standard. Any side you then a Salon.
Orange.
Near to Orange, the network will get the widest coverage as Salon. They say Kusha, so you family them within a place them like Bo, Botloko, Lunge, Makeni, Kono, Kenima, Masiaka, Waterloo, Baumahu, Giehu, Kombu, Kamalo, Kimbedu section, Komagabai, Levuma, Magbente, Mondema, Mongeri, Moyuwajon, Telubongo, Alkalia, Dembala, Bentu, Beria, Kangama, Samabendugu, Yondu, and all the community them where they near with the plenty money where we don't put. But the network coverage expansion and we really don't improve. Don't show say we're ready for going a world-class telecom experience. Orange, the #1 network in Salon where campaign coverage.
Orange.
Me na furi, and na lokoma samaya a day, and me na farmer. Strade, before they call person, pass or go claim up then heal them. Forget network. But now, and then they don't have me room. Then they call me, and I myself they call person. So, I'm glad you very much.
Stay connected with your family them all over the country with Orange. Anytime, any side, and no go get one problem. Orange, the most reliable network in Salon, go connect you all over the country. And for two, we get the largest coverage where they cover over 300 sites. Salon now we home, and the people them now we fumble. That's make we ready for you on a first class mobile service experience.
Orange.
Hello viewers, of course it's an opportunity that we're there today at the Football Academy for H.E national team training. We say Coach John Kista together out in technical team. They out there at the field training boys them. And most importantly, His Excellency the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone don't pay a walking visit to the team this specific morning. Give them the kind of morale booster what the team need, knowing that then they go into battle for the country in a friendly battle against Liberia in preparation, for the all important match, the second match in the AFCON 2019 qualifiers will go happen on the 7th of September. You know, a little over a month from now, na Ethiopia, give that kind of boost day for ensure that, you know, then go there and do the country proud. I mean, this is an assurance on the part of the president that yes, regardless of what happened, Adeotuna, me support Adeotuna, I would know for sure the history of this president, you know, when he was at the helm of Affairs and MPRC, what he exactly he do for the national side. So probably he is here to give them that assurance that what happened, you know, over a decade ago can still happen under this regime. Now that make a day out today for support tuna in the words of the president, His Excellency Brigadier Retired JUS Maada Bio. Lord, just follow exactly the protocols where they go through, how they talk to the teams, how the players, the technical staff, and eventually, I mean, in closing for in working visits here today.
Salon Team Day. The Leone Star Day. Okay, this morning, I believe she said the weather will be fine, so I will come practice with you now. The Leone Stars, now the ambassadors of this country, we come for football. And when you're an ambassador, you put up your best for represent your country. The friend you're going to go play, and maybe challenge George. I say train your team as a professional footballer, because me as a professional soldier man, I descend and train a team where they can beat your team. So I know for send winner if I don't talk to winner. I don't tell them say we did nothing, nothing to the weather. So that's not the challenge to winner. We are not for making me work for them abroad, not so? Yes, the Leone Star, not so? Yes, the only star we will get, not so? Yes, okay, so I come for make una know say, as a small country, we get a lot of potential for register ourselves in the sporting world and also expose una positively so that we will get other opportunities like others don't get. The other countries, all the other players, they're not different from us. Maybe not the opportunity, the attention we will need, and we will not get. I can find one for tell us say that attention don't begin come. So I want to say thank you to the officials, the technical team, the coach, them, and the old players that we are to see around for keep the spirit, for they will be your man them. And we serve as a government want to pay special attention to them. Because we are now ambassadors. We will send when I no say when I give full support. That make us say rain or shine, I will come for me when I know say yes. When you team up at that field, no say I team up with you, and every goal is scored for me and the Republic of Sierra Leone, and that we did wait for get that victory day and for celebrate that victory tonight. Of course, a lot don't happen at the football field, especially sports in general in this country, but we don't want to dwell on the problems. I want to talk to Slafa and all the politics and the mix-up we did for me to drive for soccer. Because we, in a country, we get a lot of potential, but we own habits then, we will do better, we will give them the opportunity, train them, give them the skills, the opportunity for go out and shine, not only for ourselves, but for we serve as a country. Now that we don't start for do, and I need all cooperation. The technical team, one of the young men where they play, so that we will work together for make sure the Sierra Leone glory in the football will also come back. Salon don't begin shine long ago. Not only that, we shine for some time, then we begin go down. And we don't come down, say we don't reach now, and for go up again. So I want to make people join me with spirit and attention for make salon rise again. Now make we say power salon for Ben. Better together. Thank you very much.
You know, and a great pleasure this follow receive you here, because for the past 13 years we are on the national team, and I ever see this happen. That's not the honest truth. That's good. The fact that you take a busy time for counseling, we really appreciate. We really appreciate this, because we really get a chance for qualify this team to the next Nations Cup. And I believe say by doing this, a great motivation for with the players there. So we appreciate, because we get so many constraints the world they go through. But like, I don't believe say I am the right time for talk about that. I believe say yourself aware of that, because I don't think I now almost 2 months and a half. I train with the boys on the rain, on the sun, like with no salary. The coaches then they go through a lot. We come to this. Every player there they use new money out of Cameroon or San for country. So we get these constraints they will go. Like I say, I don't believe say at the right time this for talk because of waiting the atmosphere and But once more, I thank you for this occasion for when you visit. We really appreciate. We hope this not will stop now. It will continue always. Thank you once more.
I think the best time for talk now when they come with victory. That time when I go get a stronger bargaining power.
Mina Hassan, I old 21 years at the Jala University, Mokonde campus. Before now, I don't get problem for cash money a lot. Anytime I go for cash money, either they say the line slow or line not there. And that really discouraged me a lot, because my fees na too me from that they can send but I go pay. And at one time I go for go sit exam, just made them pull me come on in the exam hall because of I don't pay me fees. But now, trust me, anytime I go for go cash orange money, the network is very fast. So now problem there for slow this, that, everything, a line or this, that, all don't pass. All na history now to we. I'm really glad. I'm really proud of Orange for this move and take.
Orange Money, they offer you simple, fast and reliable solution for send you money, receive money, pay you bills and more. Locate Orange Money agent or service center within near you or all sign at the country. Salon now we home and the people them now we fumble. That's make we get it for you on a first class mobile service experience.
Orange.
Today, we're at the football academy, and we don't witness the training, of the national side, and we stand by with the coach for ensure, the throw light on, waiting progress. What sort of progress have been made so far as the national team is concerned? Mr. Kista, you're welcome.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Nancy.
Yeah, we know for sure that the national team done there on training for a while now, and we prepare towards, the second match, of the AFCON 2019 qualifiers. In a little over a month from now, we'll play, Ethiopia away on the 7th of September to be precise. So the question is how preparation will really progress.
We're trying to build, a group that we feel is very important going into these qualifiers. I know we've been trying to get some training down at home with the local base players. Again, that's part of our development programs that we're trying to put in place, which will help us in terms of transition. But it's like I said, we're looking forward to it. We start looking at what is out there. We start looking at what is going to work for us. And we'll start looking at the group that we can bring in to help us through the qualifiers. Hopefully we can get this group.
Okay, so when you sit back and reflect, like I mentioned, we begin a situation in which when the foreign-based players and the off-season, you bring them together, that's a spirit where Sierra Leoneans are not see for a very long period of time, probably because of the fact that, the coaches don't they get before, not get that kind of initiative, or where they have it, they're not residents in Sierra Leone, So for me, it was a welcome news for Sierra Leoneans, and they really be appreciate that one day. And that fits, they don't continue up to this time. So, what's in bring that sort today?
Well, I think, Benson, when you've been in football for as long as I have been, and you know what football is all about, it's about building dynamics. It's about building a good team spirit. It's very important for the players, that they work with each other, they know each other. And what is very important is we've had a situation in Sierra Leone wherein I've been back here for the last 7 years working, and I've never seen that. And it's normal that when you work for a football club, and it's like in your normal work in life, You go to work every day. So what I thought was important was there's been this gap between the foreign-based players and the homegrown players. Not because that's what they want it to be. It's because that's how it's been. And for me, I've just thought, to get these homegrown players to the level that we want in terms of transition with the professionals, we need to get together. We need to bring them together. We need them to work together so we can be able to identify the players that we think they're ready to make a step up. But then, what is it very, very important is we build a good camaraderie.
Talking about bridging the gap, you know, between the foreign-based players and the home-based players. We don't see for sure of recent time with the home-based players, they don't do very well on the national side. The likes of Yemi Dunia, you know, Eto, you know, and of course Kwame Kui, you know, they all begin play, you know, as home-based players before they eventually make the grade, you know. So, I mean, how this blend don't really work for, I mean, see the magic we don't see at the end of the day.
Well, what is good is Benson, is when I first came into Sierra Leone, you know, normally when the seniors have got a match, you'll see about 20-odd, 22, 23 foreign-based players coming in. I think what we've done in terms of percentage, we've broken down a little bit, wherein you've got a few homegrown players have come in and done very, very well, which the foreign-based players do appreciate as well, because they feel, yes, it's something that's important that the home-based players and them are working together, not just bringing foreign-based players all the time. For me, I think that's the success we've had over the years in regards to breaking those barriers, and hopefully we can carry on doing that. That's why, eventually, when I thought I need to start embarking on a transition, that's why I started training, because obviously the predicament we're in football, you've got to keep doing things every day to improve. We've got to try and get these boys out, and the only way we can try and get them out is by really improving their knowledge about the game, improving their tactical, their technical, and their conditioning as well, you know, which is very, very important. So when they go out, it's easier for people to look at them and say, well, okay, you know, we're going to gamble on you, we're going to take you, because we feel there's something in there, there's potential in there we can bring out with our long-term work. So that's what we're trying to do.
Of recent, you can say in the last 2 weeks, we know this training don't intensify, you know, because of the fact that we have an invitation from the government of Liberia for, you know, play Liberia in a friendly match, you know, for celebrate the independence anniversary. So, I mean, has it been like, you know, switching, you know, from a normal way of preparing and then for a match?
Oh, well, it's very different. It takes you into a match mood now, you know, which we are in terms of preparation. You know, we've got to try and get work done really, really quickly. We've got to try and do the little bits and bobs that we think we need to go into matches. I think it's important as well. For me as a coach, or for us, it's about going now into a friendly match and looking at these players that we've been working with home to see what we're going to get to come through again, like the Kwames and those boys as well. So hopefully that's the thing, because, you know, don't forget, I don't like going into it as a predicament, but that doesn't stop us from developing. It doesn't stop us from training. It doesn't stop us from giving these boys what is needed for them to progress as footballers. So hopefully, you know, we can have a blend going into Liberia. We'll have a look at one or two that I feel that we need to bring into the squad going into AFCON, because we do. You know, where you're never 100%. You know, as a coach, you're always looking for what is going to improve what you already have. And for me, I've always said that I want people or players that are coming into the squad that are going to improve what we already have. I don't want players coming in that are not better than what we already have. That means we're not improving at all. So I'm always looking at that. We want to look at that. But hopefully, you know, coming into the AFCON after Liberia, it will give us a good, you know, platform in regards to the players. Don't forget, these are players that have done very, very well for Australia over the years. But it comes a time wherein, again, we've got to be very reasonable in our assessment. There's a few with respect that have done very well. It's difficult for them now overseas. You know, they've not been active for a while. But those players, we're going to try and ask them to come in. You know, there's a knowing period, there's a working period, which is going to be all August. And we want them to come into Freetown and be part of what we're trying to do. If they're not active, they've not been playing for a while, so that everybody sees that we're trying to move forward the right way. You understand? We're not really trying to compromise the football. We're not trying to compromise players that we feel are not active, just so much that because they've been doing what, so we bring them. No, we want to look at, we want to think Sierra Leone, and hopefully that will be something they will look at and think, yeah, that's obviously the right way to go.
Of course, viewers, they say exactly what happened within the thick and thin of rain. This morning we arrived here more than 3 hours ago. This team, they on training. Of course, when they see from the picture and the background, you know, the pitch, you know, with so much, you know, water. But I mean, them brave the weather, the condition. I mean, that has been the situation. So now that make with all the options were available for do this interview somewhere else, which you say yes, we're going for do in this particular condition, just so that when I go see, you know, the pains where then athletes here they go through, with the technical staff they go through, with the entire authorities were involved for ensure that these boys they go out there for do the country proud, you know, they ensure they continue for them just so that we get the best, you know, out of with national team. Of course, we continue this interview. And now, you know, we know for sure after the Liberia game, like we mentioned, the 7th, you know, we have a very important match. And I mean, to be bold enough, we don't get some very good run. I could remember when we played Malawi, a friendly match here, you know, we won, and then eventually a competitive match but non-scoring against Gabon. You know, we won Sudan, we won, and then went to Ivory Coast. You know, we are up broad daylight. The rest is story now. Against Kenya, you know, we don't start on a very good footing, you know, from a position where now only, you know, 11 teams that before qualify from the pools, you know, but now we have a situation in which we get 19 teams, including the host nation. So we don't give, I mean, a little bit more of leverage, you know, as a nation for see yourself now the AFCON, you know, for after over a decade, we will not reach it. You know, so how optimistic you dey, and I mean, how buoyant you dey as a group, as a technical team, looking forward to that kind of condition and see that we go through.
We're very hopeful. You know, in football, I've always said, you know, one thing I've never done is make promises. Okay. But one thing I can tell you, Bemsin, is we're going to give ourselves every single chance to try and be part of what this qualification. You know, which means, you know, if we have to keep fighting every day, we'll keep fighting, and that's all we can do. I know we can only do our best. You know, hopefully that's going to be good enough to take us to where we want to go. It doesn't stop us from working. And that's the reason why we're trying to build a very, very good team spirit. And obviously, if we can do that, I've always said, we're Team Sierra Leone. It's not just about any single, we're Team Sierra Leone. Every single one has got their own little contributions towards our progress. Every single one has got their own little contributions in regards to how we can progress. And we are calling on every single one. Be part of what we're trying to be. Don't stay away and don't be part of what we're trying to be. Because the little contribution that you bring to us will help us in terms of how we go. And that's why we're saying the players are going to be here. They'll be giving 110%. You've come in the morning, you've seen us. We're going for it. We're heading for it. We're looking forward to it. And one of the little thing that I think we're building is the belief. You know, there's belief that, yes, we can get there. We can get there. And that belief is something, it's not an arrogance. It's just a belief. And we're looking at it, being positive and like, we're going to have a good fight. And whatever happens at the end of the day will not be for not fighting, will not be for not working hard. It will be, that's what it is. Yes. And we'll just carry on again.
Yeah, we look at group of players who don't play for the country for a very long time, over a decade now, from 2010 to now, you know, most of the faces around have been around since that time.
Yeah.
So, and we also, they look at a situation in which probably they look at, you know, having other players coming on board. Do you have such picture in your mind? If yes, then which sort of players you don't look at, you know, working with
Absolutely. You know, that's how it is. You know, we've gone into the Kenya match on the back of Ivory Coast and the back of the other matches that we've played.
Exactly.
You know, we've got players that we think have done very, very well. We've got players that we think, you know, having a difficult time at the minute in terms of being active, clubs not being there and everything else. Again, we're not taking that away from them. What I'm gonna do, and I think you'll appreciate as well, we're gonna freshen things up.
Okay.
We're gonna look at one or two to bring in because we need to freshen that up as well. It's important.
Yeah.
You know, these players have been here for a while. They've done very, very well. You know, I'll take my hat off to them. But it gets to a point where we've got to start looking at freshening things up. But then again, you know, we need to be very, very mindful as we've got players out there. They're active and players that are not active. But what we have in terms of the players representing Sierra Leone on the outside is we've got too many similar players in the same positions, and that's the problem. You know, and we cannot have too many similars in terms of
when
numbers.
It comes to calling them, you call players with the play attacking position, whether right or left. They say, oh, he left the other player out, but not the same position they all play. And you cannot call all of them.
And then when you start making the decisions as a technical team as we do, we start looking at what has worked. We start looking at what is in there that's working at the minute. And when it's working, you don't really want to change things.
Sure.
You understand? But you know, people think, no, you've got to bring in, because no, for us in terms of how we grew up is we've always grown to look at the seniority in football. What is working? Yes, we know the junior ones or the younger players are coming through, they're doing well, but let's give them that time to develop. We bring them in, we'll take them out, we'll bring them in at the right time, we'll bring them on. We cannot bring everyone in at the same time. You know, I cannot bring 10 strikers in. I've got more than 10 strikers representing Sierra Leone. Everybody says, oh, we'll get this, we'll get it. Yeah, but in a match, I cannot just go with 10 strikers. So you've got to see there's got to be a balance somewhere in regards to how we bring the players in. We've got to need, at this moment in time, Omaro is struggling, Zengele. I need another centre-back. So we're trying to look out for centre-back. Goalkeeping situation, we've got issues around that. I'm trying to bring a boy from England to go to Liberia, which we can assess him there, to bring him into the AFCON. So there are areas that I think that are very, very important than just the numbers of players that people think we can bring in.
So we've got to look at the team in terms of balance. We've got to look at the team in terms of how we approach matches, and we've got to look at the team in terms of the mentality and the strength. You know, I think we need a stronger group of players with a good, strong mentality that will come and have a good fight. For us to achieve, we need that. You know, and we can bring this like how we've started it.
Yeah.
We brought Yemi in. Is one, still going, yes, coming and done well, yes. Kwame is coming, done well, yes. Kweku is coming, done well. You know, Sheka Fofana is coming and done well. But when you look at Sheka Fofana, I want to bring Sheka Fofana in. But if you look at Buya is doing well in Sweden. Kai is doing well. Alaji Kamara is doing well, you know. But when we look at the situation, the way we want to play.
Same to Andrano.
Andrano, that's when Alaji Kamara is doing well. We look at the boy Bundu, is doing well. But when we look at the other side, the way we want to approach games, Kwame is doing well as well. So you see, there's always going to be balance in regards to what is going to work in terms of functions as well. So sometimes it's difficult.
You know, talking of balance, we know exactly what will happen at the World Cup will just conclude, you know, and we know how coaches encounter scrutiny in relation to the selection. Some of them work for them, some may backfire. But that is what you guys are paid for, I mean, for taking decisions. And so it doesn't matter whether it pay off at the end of the day or not. What is important is that decisions are meant to be made. And
absolutely.
They are made by you guys. Now, you know, in rounding up on this, I'm sure, you know, viewers and go there, how can Benson conduct this interview without asking, you know, the coach about the conditions around the team, and eventually, you know, the kind of, you know, spirit that exists around football in relation to the confusion here and there between the football family, within the football family, from the point of view of the stakeholders, the SLFA, and of course sometimes the government of Sierra Leone. I mean, how does that affect, you know, your working environment as far as coaching is concerned and taking care of these boys?
Honestly, Benson, I've always said, you know, when I came into Sierra Leone, for me, it's about work. You know, it's a pathway for me in regards to my own development as a coach. One of the things I'm happy about with everything that's going on, I've got balls, I've got a pitch, I've got the players to train. That's all that matters to us. We're just going to keep developing. Whatever is going on, whatever is not going on, it's not my business. What is going on that matters to me is I wake up in the morning, I come onto the training pitch, the boys are happy, they're hearing their numbers, they're looking forward to training, which makes them happy, which gets them going. We're enjoying it. I think that's what is important. In life, nothing is going to be 100%. But I think for me, what is important that we have a pitch.
And you have the necessary equipment to train.
That's what is important for us. Whatever
finally, what's going to be your statement to viewers who are watching? I want you to look into that camera by way of looking at them and tell them exactly, I mean, what they expect of them as Sierra Leoneans in relation to being behind the team. I mean, looking forward, for the country in third appearance to the AFCON, you know, 2019, will be the third time this will happen in the history of this country, should it happen at all.
Well, first of all,
we're very hopeful that it's going to happen.
By God's grace. First of all, this is for the punters. When I say punters, it's the Sierra Leone people that are supporting this national team. First of all, I just want to say thank you very much for the support over the years in regards to the matches that we've played, how you've come out in your numbers to support these boys. All we're asking again is to support us, keep supporting us. We'll guarantee the work and the ethics, the dynamics. We're going to work around that to make it better. We're going to be working on 110%. One thing I can guarantee is it will never ever stop us from working for you people, the Sierra Leone people. We're going to keep working as hard as we have done. We're going to give you the assurance, which I don't normally promise in football, that whatever happens will not be for us not trying. We'll be here, we'll try, we'll give you 110% of our work and our commitment to Sierra Leone to hopefully achieve what we're all trying to achieve as Sierra Leonean. Remember, I've always said, this is not about anybody else. This is about us. This is about Sierra Leone. We're Team Sierra Leone. Let's go and represent Sierra Leone. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much as well.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
Today waka just begin for me to better tomorrow. For as long as we dey keep for work on we self, we go most bring out we best. We own best in how we can come near the people and team them we matter to we. We dey look for experience where they connect we any side and they give we sense altered.
most reliable network na Salon today. Don't put plenty money per network coverage, data service, and plenty other thing there. We don't come near you now. So you and you family them go enjoy the best telecom service at the highest standard. Anytime you then a Salon.
Orange.
Hello viewers, we visit now the SLFA Secretariat this morning, still continue. Of course, we don't cover the training of the senior national side, if we don't talk to the coach. Now opportunity for a lot talk to his secretariat staff, apparently, or precisely, the head of marketing, of course, PR, na the SLFA Secretariat for tell you exactly what will happen in relation to SLFA issues, a lot of issues anyway don't they happen of recent time, but of most recent now, they already make the trend, now the what we'll get for do with the Congress. So we'll go talk around that for say exactly waiting at the way forward as far as the country's football is concerned. IBK, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
And of course, need I remind you that IBK na my boss, he used to be the anchor of then Airtel and then Orange, so he don't left the office, give me, and I'm sure he's not ashamed at all, since I don't take over the reign of this particular office. You must be very much proud.
By the way, you're doing an extraordinary job. I think say you don't overtake me now.
Yeah, thank you very much. Of course, when I was serving as an analyst, I always get the opportunity for sit back, look at you. Yeah. But they spy a little bit, they pick your voice and they, they stop.
And apparently, go interest you also for no say, Mr. B, they learn a whole lot from you, as an analyst.
So I remember the last time you were there, you are really firing as an analyst.
Bring them and build them up to me own presentation skills and all of that.
That's
While
so
you said they take the presentation skills, blend them with your analytic skills and all of that.
That's very good.
So,
That's very good.
You're doing a wonderful job.
That's very good. That's very good. Let's go down to business. Of recent, we see outside the SLFA Secretariat pull notification for Congress, and about a week, another letter, to the ministry where they say, a letter come up from FIFA and then in turn write the ministry that the Congress don't be called off because of FIFA directives.
Yeah, it's very true. First of all, you correct with regards the dates what we don't put out earlier on, and then I think it's important for make and clear say it was just a proposition. Like we proposed to FIFA say we want to go to Congress at this particular time. But then we will wait for the endorsement or if you like the approval of FIFA for come back to we asking us to go, because clearly according to the FIFA roadmap it is there say FIFA now then for decide when we go to the different congresses where we go to and the issues then we'll go discuss inside it. And this Congress in question, this extraordinary Congress in question, is about going there to adopt the FIFA Code of Ethics exactly onto the SLFA statute. FIFA not be don't tell we say let us go to Congress and do this, you understand? But we're not going to sit down with full hand, with full with foot, knowing fully well the situation on the ground. So we had to propose to them, say FIFA, in as much as now you guys get the right for tell we when we forgo, but we want to go at this particular time. So we'll speed up with this process and arrive at the elective Congress. So we wrote to FIFA, we notified the sports ministry, obviously. We apparently then have a signatory to the FIFA roadmap, but FIFA now we don't get back to it before now. You understand? I believe now because of their attention will be there on to the World Cup. Thank God, the final is on play now, and congratulations to France by the way. So yes, they get back to we now finally just last week. They tell we say we have to hold on a little bit, then still get a little bit of work with them for do onto the draft copy of the revised SLFA statute and of course the FIFA Code of Ethics, and then thereafter then go ask we now for go onto the Congress. But we need to expect that it for take longer than a couple of weeks at all.
Wow, other than a couple of weeks at all, in the right words of the PR person, head of marketing, Ibrahim I. Kamara. But Ibrahim, looking at all of this process that don't take place, the bone of contention of FIFA is that they don't get the opportunity for peruse, the said documents they want to don't put together. So the question now where viewers and go they ask where is and they watch this particular program is what's in the hold up as far as knowing getting this document to FIFA.
Well, the hold up basically is that so we get a division within the football family now, with regards set aside, no set aside, and apparently this draft copy was in the hands of the guys that were in charge. You understand? Precisely the one will be the act as the general secretary when Apraman Swari. And FIFA had also said that they need to deal directly with them. You understand? In terms of correspondences and all of that, except Chris Kamara and Aisha. And then are not being get not being get hands you know what I mean, control over all of these things, that they talk about. So you understand. So now that they come back, the impression was that it had been sent. You understand? And little did we know that. Then send them actually, but then FIFA,
no,
you know FIFA now, yes. You understand? It has to come through the correct channel. We then say now this because obviously if you then take them from them, then you go don't be like, hey, but when I still not recognize them, why when I don't take something from that kind of thing?
So what has happened now since FIFA don't express, then dissatisfaction over the channel of communication and they want to get them from. What did happen from that moment to now? Has the document been sent to them?
The present situation is now that the documents now don't land at the hands of the general secretary. Says we FIFA then recognize. You understand? It's being worked on before actually then send them. The executive committee need for sit down and peruse through them real quick and then send them. This that we're talking about is something that now something where they just need for run through.
My mind they tell me say all of which they talk could be actually true. But when you look at the fact that probably in the last 1 month or 2 months, the current government they don't kind of recognize this executive, Madam Aisha and Chris Kamara. Now the question in the minds of people is that in the last 2 months, why will not be able put this to rest, send a document to FIFA, only at the 11th hour going to a congress for a letter come up from FIFA, we apparently not a reply to a letter.
This is exactly where we have the confusion, the little bit of confusion. I told you of it being sent, you understand? So that was the impression that...
Oh, okay, so when Madam took over, as far as it concerned, the document has been sent to FIFA.
Little did we know that, then as far as then concerned, it hadn't come through the correct channel. Like if I want something from Benson, and then someone that person send it to me, I'm not going to take Alexina Benson. Because what if I take him, and then Benson can say, no, so the way I was saying that.
Okay.
You understand? And so not only now we can realize it has really to be sent back, and now through the correct person.
So if I understand what they say now, like when one writes FIFA, reminding them of this Congress date. Now the time
we had the impression that if you don't need it, yes, exactly.
Okay, so going forward now, waiting. By the way, when I don't communicate to the membership, because as far as I know,
we don't communicate to them of the recent, the latest improvements with regards to Congress. Yes, we don't communicate to them. We don't communicate to ministry as well. We wrote a letter and then we attached the FIFA letter, if we come to them, just so that they get a clear picture of what is going on. We want to go to Congress. People have to understand this. You understand? As a matter of fact, the Congress is merely about going there to adopt the FIFA Code of Ethics. You understand? Basically. So we want to go to Congress. Now, we proposed to FIFA, say we want to go at this particular time. You understand? Now, we put then dates then day. We suggest then dates then day. Let me put it that way. Now, we suggest then date then day to FIFA.
Okay.
And we had even sent a team to Bo. You understand? And for go do a groundwork in terms of how we get for, host the Congress Day and all of that. We had done all of that. You understand? So only for FIFA for come back, say they need for do a revision on it. And we don't want to go against what FIFA is telling us. Because if we go now, we go do them, then FIFA come back, say no, we not recognize and they want to go back.
Okay.
It will be time wasting, it will be waste of resources.
So what will you want to say to the viewers now? We believe, say, this whole thing a process of slowing the process down and keep the madam in power, because we get the opportunity for see that a lot of things that don't be done before this time. So you speak to them and give them the assurance that it's not about this, it's about taking the game through the right channel and see that to arrive at the conclusive stage where definitely will take the country forward.
I mean, honestly, the truth is, if people, let us be honest, if people they get that kind of thoughts, they can be forgiven for that. You understand? Looking at the present trend. But I just want to assure them, see, it hasn't got anything to do with trying to delay or what have you. You understand? First of all, FIFA they encourage them tactics then they say delay in tactics or what have you. Now make even when we write to ministry, we'll copy the FIFA letter day. You understand? If FIFA we don't give you the go ahead, say let us go. And then we begin drag legs now. Then if it don't be a problem.
Okay.
If it don't be a very serious problem.
Okay.
You know
yes,
how FIFA operates.
Finally, running up of this, would you think it was, a little bit of slip on the part of the current administration not to have, consulted FIFA on, after the executive take over again, that yes, when I receive these documents, have you gone through it? What is the process? Before this letter, because I'm sure the FIFA reply only come of the letter on what they receive on the 6th, but on the 21st of June, they write the letter, but on July 6th, they receive the letter according to the FIFA.
I understand your point. Yeah. I understand your points really clearly. You're very correct. You have a point, to be honest. But this whole thing, they set aside, then FIFA, then back this and World Cup. Just imagine the time will be done right to them, propose to them the Congress at that time. Now only last week they able for reply we. You understand? Eh? Let's say if they don't reply we at that time. If we not able for do for do, you understand? And get that document and then we continue. But they never had the time actually to you understand for pay attention onto we because they were concentrating on the World Cup issues and all of that.
But when you look at the letter, to be fair with FIFA, you know, being the devil's advocate, FIFA received the letter on the 6th. Today is about the 16th. So 10 days ago, now they received the letter. Call it that way.
Now they received the letter.
Yes.
No, we had sent one.
Okay.
Yes, you're talking about the second one.
That the one who writes the ministry and communicates with them.
Now the second one
but this one, that particular one, it had no date.
The first one?
Yes, but they talk about a period.
The first one. Yes.
A period.
It spoke of end of July.
Exactly.
It was never specific with regards dates, you understand, as to when we go to Congress. But it clearly shows last week in July.
Exactly.
In the exact words of that particular communication.
Exactly.
In the last week of July, basically. That was the first one. So had they got back to us at that time, you understand, then this was month before last even.
Okay. So in closing on this finally, which kind of assurance you want for give you as in relation to when this Congress you go hold, go set a date for an ordinary Congress and then eventually an elective Congress.
I want to assure the general public.
Because don't forget, a little over a month from now, it will be 5 years exactly with Madam Donde in office and 1 year after in expiration of office.
Yes, and this is not our making, and this is not our liking as well. It's as a result of the present situation on the ground. Because even if NIMEC, even when the Madam in time be expire, it call a press conference, you understand, or if you like a press briefing, for tell the public, say in time done. You understand, but it run back.
Okay.
Because the other time he declare also, he say they run back. But FIFA say, okay, your time done, but hold on for us, stay there, and let's do A, B, and C before we go to elective Congress. You understand? So basically, I want to assure the general public, say, as soon as possible, you understand, we're going to have all of these congresses and go to elective Congress. Even we were tired. You understand? Tired in the sense we're tired of all of these wranglings and all of that. We want to put a stop to all of this because not only when the elective Congress, the delegate then go decide on who they want for the next 4 years. Now that's when at least a little bit of sanity go there. Because hopefully, honestly, my brother, most people hold the belief, say, there can never be 100% sanity inside salon football. Taking into consideration how long we've been into this. But at least if we go to elective Congress and the delegate then go decide on who they want for the next 4 years, a little bit of sanity go there. So we want that. We want to do it. You understand? Which was even why in the first place we proposed to FIFA that we want to go to this Congress and do A, B, and C. Because now only after we don't do the extraordinary Congress, you will go to the next Congress, which I get for go appoint the electoral body or what have you, and then eventually to the elective Congress.
Okay. So thank you very much. Orange Football Special is very much happy talking to you today.
Thank you so very much, and I appreciate it.
God bless you. Yeah. Of course, this is how we conclude this particular segment of the show. Having spoken to the, head of marketing and of course media, na SLFA. Orange is a company we care about what it matter to you. That makes they support OFS for ensure that they give the latest to happen in football, both locally and internationally. Last week exactly, we cover entire show be there around the World Cup finals and see exactly what happened. Also be there at the Shams Entertainment Center. You see those pictures. But this particular week, we'll decide for camp at the SLFA Academy. Firstly, see the national team they train, and then eventually, talk. To the post when the talk man, on behalf of SLFA for tell exactly for expand on the rumors who they hear all around the place in relation to Congress. But need I forget to state that I've been made for understand say the director of sport been mentioned on 98.1 after they received a letter from SLFA that then go ahead with the Congress, they no go recognize the letter with FIFA send. So viewers, stay tuned because for sure Orange Football Special go ensure say then go to the root of this matter for bring to you of news that go happen in relation to whether the Congress go ahead, and eventually if it go ahead, what thing will be the stance of FIFA as far as the country's football is concerned. It's been a wonderful outing here today by Orange Football Special, supported by Orange. Like we always say, Orange and the community care about what matters to you, because we know for sure football so dear to the people of Sierra Leone. And the president coming to pay a visit here today now the football academy outside the national team they train. Now one and the Sierra Leoneans go love for follow. Now make Orange take the opportunity for ensure that then they are for support OFS on the Orange Football Special for ensure that you see everything what they happen at the football academy, the training footages, the interview with the coach, and of course the PRO for SLFA don't explain to you exactly what's in the way forward as far as this Congress issue is concerned. I've been your host, Engineer Mohammed Ben Simbao. Before I sign out, I want to remind you that you go drop your comments on 076 102819 normal text message or WhatsApp line, or you visit the Facebook page Orange Football Special on Facebook and drop if you get any issue where you think you want the Orange Football Special look into, you go to that Facebook page, drop your comment, ask your question, and then Orange will expand on them through Orange Football Special. I've been your host, Engineer Mohammed Ben Simbao, signing out with a bang.
Orange.